So here's now where we get into the script. And this script I'm going to add some information on how to find the script and plug it in, because this is a script that I made, and it simply allows you to open up that Maya ASCII file that we created from Maya and plug in via copy paste. Certainly not the most elegant thing, but it's all that I know how to do with my limited programming skills. So I'm going to do is find, I'm looking at a second monitor right now. Here I have that Toon Boom Tutorial 2. I'm going to open with a text editor. So, here we go. Oh, and Toon Boom Tutorial. Yep, that's the right one. Here's our file. This is the file that we exported from Maya, and you see we have all this delicious data that needs to be ingested and processed. And it's really not that hard with the script that I've done, because the script basically takes these numbers, removes the frame number information, and turns it into a channel with all this data in it, with some extra little bits of math for the field of view for the camera. So what I'm going to do is run my import MayaCam script here, which you'll be able to find. Got a little field. I'm just going to name it camera. And now I'm going to look into my Maya file and wait till I see the camera information. Translate. So that's locator 2 there. Camera 1, translate X, starts here. So what I do is start at this frame 1, go down to the semicolon, which is the end of all that information. You see it goes to 160, which is frame 160. Copy, paste, all that stuff. Go into Y translate. Copy, paste. Z translate. Copy, paste. X rotation. Oop, missed that 4. I don't want to screw that up. Copy, paste. Y rotation. Copy. And as you get used to this, this gets faster. Z rotation. Copy, paste. Focal length and horizontal film aperture. Now, these, I do a little math on these to give you a correct FOV information on your camera in Animate Pro. So let's find that, and I haven't included scale in the script. I might if people really want it. It's just the same as the location and rotation stuff. I just find I don't use it quite that much, but we'll see if people really want it. Horizontal aperture. Here it is. Copy, paste, and go down to the focal length. Copy. Oops, make sure I did that right. Copy, paste. Now I hit OK. And if you look here in the X sheet, I've created all these channels with all that information embedded in there. So what I'm first going to do is connect this stuff to my camera. So I'm going to go here and go into the position path and select camera path. This was just created now. Now I've tied it to that camera, and now you're seeing the camera actually move in a way that it does in that Maya file. Go into that quaternion here, camera rot. Now it's really starting to move, and you're even seeing the angle of view animate. Oh no, you wouldn't be actually, because I haven't hooked that up yet. Here we go. Go to Bezier camera FOV. Now we should see that angle of view animating. The refresh is kind of slow on this, but There you go. You can see it really zooming in there. Okay. So that's good. Next, what we need to do is bring in that. Let's start with that second locator. I'm going to run my script again. Sorry, I'm just saving this because it can crash while I'm doing the screen record. Let's run my script again. I'll just call this locator 2. Actually, I'll call it sphere. I'm going to bring up that Maya file here. Oops, lost it here. And go up to that locator 2. I'm going to take translate X, copy, paste, translate Y, copy, paste, translate Z, copy, paste, rotate X, copy, paste, rotate Y. Now, if any people there are really good JavaScript people and know how to look into a text file and extrapolate this stuff, this is something I would need help with, and I'd be very grateful if someone could modify my script so that it could actually find this information, copy paste, plug it in, without having to do that manual part. But at least you're not doing the data entry per frame. At least you're saved from that bit of work here. So I've done that. Now I'm going to add a peg, and on that peg I have to make sure that it is 3D enabled. 3D path, lock the scale, quaternion, and on that peg I am going to connect it to the sphere path. Now what I'm going to do is look through the camera, and it's going to look pretty cool because it's kind of going to match up to that reference movie, but the problem is the reference movie is not hooked up to the camera correctly. And unfortunately, it's not like After Effects where you can just have a QuickTime movie not affected by the 3D camera. You have to make it so that it tracks with the 3D camera. So here's what I do to reference movie actually working in a way that you can use it to line everything up. First you take it and bring it under that camera peg, and I'm going to look at the top and turn that peg off so we're looking straight on. Of course we don't see it because it's at exactly the same position as our camera. So I'm going to select our animation, move it out there so that it's about matched up, and I'm going to do that maintain size. Sometimes this doesn't work. That doesn't always work, the maintain size thing. Yeah, I don't get it. So I'm just going to move it way back so that it is totally out of range of anything. Somehow I've scooched it over to the X. So I really want to make sure it's centered. That's of utmost importance. Because if that is off, then all bets are off with everything else. Bring it back there, scale it up to, let's say, 20 or something. Oh, can't be larger than 10. Oh, well, that's too bad. Anyhow, we see that it's following the camera. We are going to fix the scale issue now because, as you see, as the camera moves along and zooms in, you know what? The zoom really isn't affecting the camera right now because we have to change a setting in our camera. Override scene FUV has to be set so that now when the camera's field of view animates, it actually does animate. So what we're going to do now is just compensate for that zoom in. What we need to do is create an expression. I'll call this ref x. Say OK. And what we need to do is just write in the name of the camera FOV